Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Stones of America. I'm Logan with WikiStone, and each week we go across the country, look at the different types of stone, talk about their history, geology, and how they're used today. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of my personal favorite stones, and that's Adirondack Granite. Now, as the name suggests, Adirondack Granite is from the Adirondack Mountains, located in the northern part of New York. The specific granite sitting on my desk comes from the High Peaks region of the Adirondacks, which is the northern part of that park. So let's talk a little bit about the geology of Adirondack granite. Now, to do so, we have to go way back, almost 2 billion years, to a seabed located near the equator. In that region, a lot of sediment aggregated and formed this massive bed that compressed down and formed the precursor rock to modern day Adirondack granite. Now, as tectonic plates shifted around, it forced that seabed up and underwent some processes that formed the modern metamorphic rock that is Adirondack granite. So that's how it actually got up into the region. Now, as a fun little aside, the Adirondack Mountains did not form at the same time. A lot of people think that when the plates were shifting, it forced them up, and that's when those mountains popped up, but it's actually not. They didn't come along till about 10 million years ago, and what exactly caused them to start rising isn't known, but that's why the Adirondacks are described as a very young mountain range with very old stone on it. So let's dive into some of the history of Adirondack granite. This area was a little tough to do research on because there's not a lot of great historical records talking about the quarrying of Adirondack granite itself. There's a lot of stuff that talks about mining and quarrying in the region, but it was mostly centered around minerals like garnet or iron that had an industrial purpose. We can presume that locals used the stone in the 1800s based on structures, and that's just because it was what was available at the time. It's the stone that was there. But quarries didn't really start popping up, at least nothing on record, until the 20th century. And that's when we start to see small operations, start to open up ground and pull out blocks and various things, and it was used on a lot of projects. And that really kind of brings us into modern day, where you have several quarries in the region, and some of them pull out big blocks that are cut into dimensional stone, coping, that type of thing. Others will use more surface level rocks, and that's cut into veneer, used as steps, flagging, stuff of that nature. It's a really beautiful stone. It comes in a lot of colors, and it's remarkable for its durability. It's one of the strongest stones that we carry, and that's why it's so sought after. That and its unique look. If you compare Adirondack granite to other granites, there's just something about the graining and everything in it. It looks a little different, and that's really what makes it such a special stone. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode and learned something, and join us next week to see where we'll go. Thank you.